Each afternoon, real setups are broken down with entry strategies and the technical reasoning behind every trade. This is today's best trade setups with Verified Investing.
Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. Yesterday, I had mentioned for a couple different reasons that we are starting to see signs of weakness in the markets. A lot of relative strength indexes are making lower highs, while the S&P 500 and the Qs and SOXX were making slightly higher highs. That's negative for the potential reversals in what's going on in the markets. Let's jump right into the SPY. Here's the S&P 500. Nice little reversal. Still has this upsloping trend line intact that is going to be resistance. As you can see, we had this nice reversal candle, huge sell-off, got support at 723.77, got back up. And I was mentioning yesterday that if we did get to this previous gap in the charts, as well as this low pivot point at 748.17, that is the buy level. Didn't happen until today, but what a sell-off in the markets yesterday. Now that this has already been filled, I would be looking for support right here at 745.58 for a move to the downside, and that's where I'd be going long with the markets. Now, you can choose almost anything in the markets as long as it's into some support if the S&P 500 does get down to that previous gap in the charts. Let's take a look at the SOXX. Again, nice reversal candle. Came back in and filled this gap right here in the charts, getting a little bit of a bid from the lows of the pre-market or the regular trading hours at 601.96. But now we have this really big wide range red bar candle. So for further downside, what we need to see is price to consolidate inside of this red bar candle over the next 5 or 6 days. If that happens, then all of a sudden, all of these sellers who were in here are going to signal to everybody else, now it's time to unload your shares of SOXX and a lot of the semiconductors, and then we can see another push to the downside. So here's this upsloping trend line, pivot low here, secondary hit, kissed it here, third, fourth hit. This one finally broke down. Then all of a sudden, this is going to be support. And I'll show you on the 10-year yield on what happens when support levels break. But your support level, if it drops a little bit today, aggressive traders look at $591.34. I'd be looking for this red bar candle open right here at 584.52 for a bounce. But as you can see, we're continuing to push up. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to push higher, but this upsloping trend line still is intact. Once it breaks, then we're going to see 537.21 and then additional support at 524.71. USO, it's getting a little bit of volatility today. Filled this gap yesterday. Got this nice little doji candle, got a nice surge to the upside, got rejected. This support level is getting weaker and weaker based on the fact that it's already hit multiple times. So U.S. oil could actually see a nice bid to the downside or a nice flush out. So if we do get back to 108.10 on USO, this is a great opportunity for a long play today for a day trade scalp. US 10-year. So look at what's going on. Here's this upsloping trend line as support. It did have this support right at the upper end of this upsloping trend line. Did break this low pivot point, or this gap in the charts at 4.556%. It looked like we were going to break out. However, the more often support is tagged, the weaker the support gets. And then we have this huge flush out. So here's what we're looking on the US 10-year. If price can consolidate a little bit more, could be putting in more bearish consolidation, and then we're going to get a flush out. So that's what we're looking at on the SOXX. The more often something does bounce on support, the weaker it gets. If we fail to break pivot highs, so if it does, then the probability shift to more move downside. MU, nice engulfing reversal candle yesterday. Thing of beauty. So here's how you would play this. We have this prior gap in the charts at 1,087.99. This is my day trade level if we can get another push to the upside. The way you play it today is the gap in the charts. This has already been filled at 1,020. So I would be looking for the next leg to the downside, which would be sitting right here at $981.74. If we can push down into that level today, this is where I'd be looking to take a long play on MU for a quick scalp on a day trade. Huge engulfing reversal candle, decent volume on the charts. So this could start signaling now that the buyers are stepping out of the way, and it's opportunity for the sellers to really take control. Microsoft into this previous gap in the charts. I have adjusted for dividends on, but look at this support level right here. Gap right here in the charts. So $384.54. I love this for a long play today. Actually, the gap fills just a little bit lower. Hasn't filled that gap yet. So 384.37, previous gap. A lot of support after a nice bid to the upside. If we do start closing below this on a 15-minute closing basis, then I would look for the next downside move, which is $366.82. This is my long play for a swing trade on the chart of Microsoft. It is staying really bearish. Nice pivot top here. You got to pivot low, pivot high, which is lower. If we start taking out these lows right here, we're going to get a sharp sell-off. And again, that would be my swing trade level on Microsoft. Here's the chart of SanDisk. SanDisk got a nice fill or a bounce off this gap in the charts at $1,980.10. Nice engulfing reversal candle on SanDisk as well. So here's how you play this. Previous gap right here at $2,107.77. This is where I'd be looking to short SanDisk going in, or if in the afternoon session, if we can get another surge to the upside. Knowing that this wide range red bar candle open at 2134, that's going to be additional resistance. And so these are the two levels that I'd look to enter it for a day trade short. Now, if we get another bid to the downside, here's this previous gap in the charts. This would be a pretty significant drop. 1881.51 is where I would look to go long. Anywhere in this area is going to be support. But for me, I like previous gaps in the charts. And so that's why I'd be looking at SanDisk there. NVIDIA is selling off a little bit in the pre-market. Say pre-market. It's not pre-market. During the market action. Gap in the charts sitting right here at $205.19. For me, this is the level that I'd be looking at on NVIDIA. If it does start closing below that on a 15-minute closing basis on NVIDIA, I would look to stop out. Could be putting this nice flagpole right here, sideways consolidation for another move to the upside. For a continuation move, we need to break above $212.54. NVIDIA is staying weaker than some of the other ones, kind of like MU and STX, or SNDK right now. What I'm looking at, you got a pivot top, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So once we start taking out this lower low, then all of a sudden the bottom can fall out for NVIDIA, and we're coming back down into this level. Let's go ahead and take off adjusted for dividends. You're coming back in to this 196.50 level, and this is where I'd start picking this up again for a potential swing trade. If it does start closing below that on a daily closing basis, I would just look to stop out. SMCI, nothing's really going on, although we are getting a little bit more of a sell-off today. So $27.83 is still that gap that I'm looking at playing SMCI for a potential day trade today if we get a sell-off. Roblox is having a nice surge to the upside as well. Here's a downsloping trend line. I'm going to take off adjusted for dividends. Downsloping trend line. I have to actually put on logarithmic charts. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit, price is consolidating. Look at this. We got a small rejection off this level. Now we're finally closing above this downsloping trend line. So here is your long opportunity for Roblox for a swing trade. Now, if we do start closing below the pivot at 48.43, that is your stop out level, because then we're going to see a sell-off. Now, this does have positive news that they're finally meeting the requirements for Russia. And so now we have a little bit more opportunity for Roblox to continue that move to the upside. Good news for Roblox, especially as beaten it as it is, and has broken a couple resistance levels. So I do see further upside in Roblox. Let's jump into LITE. Oh man, look at this long level yesterday. $854.05 was going to be that level on from yesterday's previous gap in the charts. Got a nice bounce off of this today. So now that this is already played out, I'm no longer interested in this 54.05 level. I would be looking for a move all the way down to 815.75, and that would be my entry price for LITE today. Now, if we do get a nice bid to the upside, $921.60 is going to be some rejection area for LITE. AVGO, another one. I actually was thinking that AVGO was going to be a little bit weaker. Had this solid support right here at $370.33. Now that we're surging up, here's your first level of resistance. This is too aggressive for me to start getting into a day trade for a short at 401.61, but this is going to be a nice rejection area. For me, I would be waiting for this green bar candle opening price at 408.75. If you're a little bit more aggressive, look at 401.66. Now, Tesla is having a nice sell-off today. If we drop a little bit more, previous gap in the charts, a lot of price consolidation. As you can see, $391 is the level that I'd be interested in taking Tesla for a day trade today. All right. So a couple different levels. We have some long levels. We have some potential shorting opportunities. The markets are giving us lots of different movement in the markets, or lots of different price action. This sets us up to potentially go long or short, and it really depends on which avenue the markets end up playing out. That's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you're smashing that like button, following, subscribing, and sharing with those friends so that way they can say market information. And we'll see you next time in the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.